Hello, beautiful people of the world. Thank you so much. I think one has been greatly blessed around the circumstances that we are faced with. The Corona, COVID 2019 has been a serious mess in our lives. But let me tell you, there's still a hope. As long as you have courage, I believe that we can do something. Remember, I told you that I was sitting during the 3-4 months that we had of lockdown. I was writing books, not only one book, but one book that I have successfully managed to finish complete and is coming to you is how I made my first million. How I made my first million and how you can best also do it. So basically today I am proud to announce that I have finally finished this book and it's currently available on Smashwords, on Amazon. Is also going to be available here in South Africa throughout all CNA bookstores. So I'm simply saying to you, South Africans, people from Africa, people from all over the world, here I am proudly announcing the basic principle, the tips of how you can best also make R1 million for yourself. Let me start by saying congratulations to yourself, congratulations to myself as well for having the tenacity to make sure that I do something. But people, let me tell you something. I want to thank you, humbly thank you, people from Swaziland, from Zimbabwe, from Mozambique, from Zambia, Namibia, Botswana, you name it, Congo Brazzaville, from all over the South African, the continent of Africa. Thank you so much for being a credible pillar and a support to my family and myself for making sure that we follow up Uthando Nesithembu. But I don't want only to talk about that. This book, I want to say to you, it's a manual. This is a manual of how you can best change your life. It's based on simple, practical principle of how I've made my R1 million. Remember, I have the first video that I posted on my YouTube channel where I was talking about the beauty of working together, of putting 1 cent over another cent. And that has actually, benefited me and my family. But I want to tell you a very interesting story out of this. The concept, the concept that is put here is so simple. It will blow your mind away. You will realize that you don't have to have millions of friends. You don't have to go to a financial institution and borrow money. You don't have to go and borrow money from people. The courage is what is important. If you are courageous and you believe that you can do something, you believe that you can change your life, this is the book that you must have. You must definitely have this book, because this book, I am simply saying, those people who are in informal trading, they are making a lot of money, more than any other person in the world. Informal trading, it's what is going to change the people's life. And I'm talking about ordinary people on the street, people that are often not looked up to, because many people will say, hey, I want to go to this big business, I want to go there. No, let me tell you, the secret of making R1 million like I did myself is not there. The secret of making R1 million, which I have gladly explained in this book. Remember what I said. I said a person who's washing taxis, a lady who's selling fruits and vegetables out there is the one who's going to make a difference in his or her life. Why am I saying that? I am saying that because I have experienced it myself. I have done it myself. I didn't have to wait for other people, to come and say how much we can give it to you. The first problem that we are having is that we think we must have a lot of money before we can make millions. No, you don't need a lot of money to make millions. Let me tell you, it's so simple. If you have an idea and that idea is as simple as ABCD, if you go out there, you have seen so many people selling all sorts of things out there on the street. The only difference that they don't have between me and them is simple. They don't bank the money. If you don't put your money in the bank, you don't give dignity in that money. I said to you, you must start small business. You must start around your corner. You must sell those vegetables. You must sell those fruits. You must sell the sweets, everything that we are selling on the street. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about simple things that are going to make you every day to make money. The secret when you make that money, if you are making 1,000 rand every day and you know that you only need 300 rand to buy your stock for the following day, do that. And the entire 700 must go to the bank. Because when your entire 700 goes to the bank, it's when you are giving dignity to your money. It's when you are giving value. You know, it doesn't matter how much money you can have or how much money you can make. But if that money does not go to a financial institution, I can tell you, I can bet you my last cent, it will never give the same value that it should be giving you. People who are having, qualifications, diplomas, degree, and so on, they are not making money as like people on the street that they are making. It's the difference between you and those people who are educated. It's because their money goes to the bank. And when your money goes to the bank is able to give credit to you. So I'm simply saying, let us be smart with the little money that we have. The little money is able to make more money for us. And it's only when we are able to bank that money. I've simplified this so that it benefits you, so that it makes sense to you. I don't think there's any tertiary institution that have simplified this method of making R1 million like I've done. And the other beauty about what I have done, I've also listened to you. Through my YouTube channel, I've said, let me listen to the people, what are they saying? People are saying to my YouTube channel, wow, Mr. Mselek, this is the best advice. This is the best advice that we have ever, here is the best advice that we have ever received in our lives. And guess what I did? I have quoted you. You are part and parcel of this history, life-changing book. You are part of it. Because in this particular book, I've listened to you. If this book is anything to go by, if this book is something that I will say is going to serve as a tool to change your life, I had to listen to you. I had to put your comments, because your comments are so important to tell a story. If someone in UK, in Canada, in England, throughout the world, in America, and so forth, has said to me, Mr. Mseleko, this is the best ever advice that I have ever had from a person about financial management, about financial independence. I had to take that comment and put it here so that it becomes relevant, so that it becomes so simple for any other person who has come across this book. It's not about how I have made my million. It's about you making your own million, how you can also do it. I think that is what is important. If you can see how simple it has become for me to make this R1 million, I'm sure when you wake up tomorrow, it will give you the courage that we have never had before. I'm talking to a person who is on the street. I'm simply not talking about people who are wearing a tie and a suit, sitting somewhere in an air-conditioned office. No, I'm not talking about that person. I'm simply talking about a hustler, a person who's struggling, a person who's having a vision, a person who has no support from government, from other business people. I'm talking about a person who's passionate about seeing life changing. This is not a motivation. This is a tool. This is a mechanism. This is an instrument that is going to touch your life. This is, a roadmap for you. This is just a roadmap for you. I am explaining how I have started with my business. Some people, they don't realize that I started at the bottom. I started at the lowest of my time. But because I had the zeal, the courage, I had the idea and the vision to make sure that I want to prosper. That is exactly what I have done. If it was not because of that I wanted to succeed in life, I would not have achieved this. And I'm simply saying to you, the little things that we are doing, the little things that some people, when they pass by, your place, when they pass by on the road and they look down upon you, let me tell you, those are the things that are going to change your life. This book is going to restore your dignity. Let us partner. Let us partner on the little things that we are doing. Because without that partnership, let me tell you, people are going to laugh at you. But when you are selling your fruits, when you are selling your vegetables, when you are selling your sweets, when you are selling your clothing items, and you are having this book before you, let me tell you, people will realize that we are more than determined than before. Because out of the knowledge and the information that I'm sharing here, let me tell you, your life will never be the same. Your life will never be the same, in the sense that the basic principle of financial management, the basic principle of how you need to save your money so that it can give dignity and respect to you, are all here. And the best thing that I'm going to do, because I'm going to take this a step further, I'm passionate about this. I am going to make sure that people who are having this book, I am visiting them. I am going to make sure that I will try, by all means, that I visit those people. Because I want us to go on each and every principle that I have put here. And then we will simply say, how did you do this? Or, I look like now a mathematician. I even have graphs. These are just simple graphs. You know what I'm saying here? I'm not talking about hard, complicated formulas. I'm simply saying to you, if you had started your business with 100 rands, towards the end of the month, you might be having over 3,000 rand. I'm simply saying, if you have started your business with 700, over the month, maybe you will be having over 21,000 rand. The reason why we don't realize how much financial power and value we have within our means, it's because we think this thing is complicated. It's not complicated at all. I want to tell you, I'm not talking about tenders here. I'm not talking about complicated things. I'm simply saying, around the corner, around your space, around your means, there is a lot of money to be made out of that. In fact, we are already making that money. The reason why you don't realize that we are making that money as an informal trader, it's because we are not able to separate between what you need as an operation capital and what you need to put to the bank. Any person who puts money in the bank, let me tell you, the bank recognizes you, the bank gives you credit. Because when you have credit, you can buy a car, you can build a house, you can take your children to the best schools. But without you being recognized by a financial institution, it's where the secret lies. Yes, we are making money. And I've seen people who are professional borrowing from people who are selling something, vegetables on the street. You know why? Because that is a clear indication that you guys are making a lot of money. It will be naive of me not to recognize how much money. In fact, most of municipalities, they've told me that most of the money that is being generated at the local economic development, at the local economic development scales within their municipalities, it is developed around small businesses. And if we don't recognize and support small business, we would not change the lives of our people throughout the world. We are struck by a very difficult economic conditions. We are struck by corona. We are affected by a number of things. But I'm simply saying to you how I have made my million. Let me partner with people who aspire to have money. Let me partner with people. You know, this is not a prophet. I'm not a prophet at all. But I am talking about practical, simple mechanism. Go to my YouTube channel. You will realize that it has changed a lot of perception from people. I'm simply saying, if you want to go and sell meat around the street, do that. If you want to go and sell vegetables, do that. If you want to wake up in the morning and go and wash that taxi there, do that. Those guys who are washing taxis, they are making over 700 rand a day. But the difference between them and the other person who's employed, it's because they don't bank that money. And when you don't bank your money, it doesn't give you the value because I want you to see the value. I want you to be respected. Take your business very serious, because if you don't do anything about your business, about your own business, no one will ever respect you. And that is the respect I want you to earn. And you can only earn that respect when we see some changes around your life. So how I've made my first million rand, I wish you can also do the same. And you will realize how simple it is to make your million rand. I've shared some of the experiences from people around the globe. I've shared some experiences from people who are in my life. There is Mamkolo. She has been part of the journey of how I've made my million. I've shared her story, and I've shared comments from your YouTube channel where you guys have been saying, wow. I've shared the story. There is my Yeni. I've also shared, because she has been part and parcel of how we have made the first million. I've done that. And I've also shared your comments from YouTube, my YouTube channel. So I'm simply saying, you'll be surprised, maybe your comment is right here. So don't miss it. I've shared a story of Makuman, because she has been part and parcel of how we have best managed to do or make our first million. And guess what? I've shared your comments from YouTube channel. So I'm simply saying, you'll be surprised when you realize, and when you realize your name is here. I've also shared something. Mangoabe is here as well, because she has formed part, the most critical part of how we have made our first million rand. These are the pillars and the strength, because today we are having a big show, Uthando Nestem. And guess what? If I did not realize that out of this family, out of these people that I have, I would also make another form of having an income, I would have said no. But guess what? I've decided to make sure, I love this one, making your money using other people's money. I love this. Once you have established and you have worked hard for your business, once you have started at the bottom, you will reach a stage where you are no longer going to be needing your money, but you will need other people's money to make money. Wow, how I wish all of us we can reach that stage where we will be trusted by financial institutions, where we will be trusted by people, where we will have so much credit that everyone trusts us with their money and say, Mr. Mselegu, guess what? You don't have to use your money, but we will trust you with our money. You can only achieve that stage when you have saved from the little, and then that little will transform to something big. But guess what? I'm simply inviting you to go to Amazon and get this book for yourself. I'm simply inviting you to go to Smashwords, where you will get this book. And when that happens, it will be joy. It will be, a very interesting time, because this is a life-changing tool for you. And if ever your life is going to be changed, the time is now. The time is now. People of the world, thank you so much for being a part and parcel of our journey. I thank you.